How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your pal Cal, and today we're going to be talking about a pretty cool project. Now, I'm a huge fan of music players that were in the, my era, not the Zune, the iPod in particular, the iPod Classic, that kind of laid the foundation for portable music players on the go. Now, not to sound like a dinosaur, but I actually grew up in the age of the Walkman, where one of the coolest two CDs that I ever owned was the D12 soundtrack, which I may or may not have boosted from Walmart as a child, and the G-Unit soundtrack, which was in an era where every single person my age wanted a G-Unit chain, which is kind of cringeworthy now that I think of it. Why were we like this? Anyway, the iPod Classic is iconic because it really brought people in tune with their music players. A portable, amazing trackpad-like device, and I like MP3 players. MP3 players that are just MP3 players help you disconnect from, your phone and reality as we know it, soothe you, calm you. I'm kind of one of those guys that listens to classic rock, sometimes a little bit of Dead, and, I kind of flip-flop between different music and music players.
You like jazz?
But I like music players that are music players, which brings us to today's video. The DIYPOD Shuffle is an open source project by the developer Cortex-Technology, and essentially it's powered by an ESP32-C3 Supermini, and it's a fully hackable MP3 player. And I've been playing with it for about a week now, and I'm in love with it, just on the fact that he made it in a way that it could be expanded on. There's a few Easter eggs, it's really easy to assemble, you don't have to be a soldering expert, it's very bare minimum SMD components, but mostly through-hole components and utilizing the castellated edges in certain microcontrollers like the C3 Supermini, and together it just makes a really fun project. The parts list is really simple, and you can actually source all of these projects from different manufacturers on Amazon, DigiKey, Mouser, AliExpress, you name it. I'll put this entire parts list down below in the description because you can breadboard this entire project. Now, this is the first prototype of the DIYPOD Shuffle. Fair warning, from the time of this video, the case is being remodeled, and you can tell that it's still just a little bit janky, but it's still an amazing MP3 player. We've got 3 buttons on the face, a little tiny OLED display, SD card here at the top, USB-C for power and flashing, and I want to say USB-C just for power, and over here we have the USB-C for the ESP32-C3 Supermini. Now, on the bottom, you'll find literally nothing on the side, and on this side, we have a headphone jack, just in case you wanted to enjoy some relaxing music. Keeping in the spirit of DIY, you can also attach an external speaker just in case you don't want to utilize the headphone jack. But I think the headphone jack is pretty cool. But the fact that he added GPIO pins on the back on both sides, one for you to kind of add extra hardware and expand on its existing firmware, as well as adding a speaker and a little bit more. Cortex was nice enough to send in a couple of PCBs, this green prototype, and just keep in mind these are prototypes, and this beautiful Enig black and gold PCB. The entire design is really easy to put together. On the footprints, it'll tell you exactly what component to put where, and it's kind of self-explanatory. Now, looking at the PCB, we're gonna put one together real quick, or at least some semblance of a DIYPOD Shuffle. Our battery goes on these 2 pads, our TP4057 battery charging module goes over here. Our OLED display goes on the front face, C3 Supermini. The entire thing is really simple to put together with nothing but a decent soldering iron. It's really easy to put together, and I must admit, just without the case, it looks beautiful. Let's add a battery to it. Now, you can put as big as battery as you want, but I was thinking I custom made a couple of batteries that I needed for a LoRa radio project, so we're gonna put it on this. If you wanted like a fun soldering project over the weekend and have yourself a really cool MP3 player, this is definitely a good option. I just like the fact that the entire thing is really simple to put together, and it's a passion project, and I love passion projects. But let me show you guys some of the Easter eggs that you can build upon the existing DIYPod Shuffle, because there's one thing that I really like about this. Let me show you. One of my favorite features is the GPIO pins on the back, and if you 3D print the case, they're definitely labeled. But if you have yourself a light strip like this Adafruit light strip right here, this RGB light strip, you can combine them. That way you can have yourself a cool little light show as well as a little visualizer. We got some female headers right here attached to the speaker. That way we can still utilize the pins. We're gonna jumper one pin over here to 0. Just like that. So what you want to do is jumper a wire from this point right here. I want to say that's 21 all the way here to where it says 0. And if you 3D print the case, you'll get the labeling on the actual case. I think that's pretty nifty. And you grab a light strip, put VCC to 5 volt, ground to ground, and right there, the middle wire, the data line will be 21, I believe, right there. Now we can turn on our DIYPod. And it lit up for a split second. There we go. Adding an LED strip and a speaker are definitely optional. Let me show you guys the GitHub repo. To find the GitHub repo, you go to github.com/cortex-firmware/DIYPod. I've left him a star. Make sure you leave him a star, support the developer. And everything that you need is literally right here. I'm gonna go to code, download zip. I believe that he might be in the middle of making a web flasher for the ESP32-C3 Supermini. And down here, you can see a few photos. His YouTube is linked here as well, where you got his entire... Oh, let me subscribe. I can't believe I wasn't subscribed. Damn. Now we're going to go down here. You can breadboard the entire thing with 2 pieces of perf board and a super mini OLED display. The entire thing is really easy to put together, and it's quite fun. Right here, he's using a 500 milliamp hour battery, but you could put as big as a battery as you want. And I just like the idea of having something that, like, it stands for owning your own music. In an age of streaming where literally, you basically own nothing and you'll be happy about it, this is a breath of fresh air. You got an entire parts list, a bill of materials right here, a wiring diagram just in case you want to make sure that, you know, everything is kind of exactly how it's supposed to. This DF player is the most important thing in this entire build. And down here, you have the GPIO. That way you have an idea of what pin goes where. Down here, you'll see everything for the SD card setup. Now, I don't know if naming them accordingly and numbered is really important, but you do want to make sure that you format it to FAT32. Required layout, required libraries right down here. And right now, I believe the only way you can flash it is Arduino, but, you know, this is just the beginning. There are a few Easter eggs, like Snake right here. And yeah, you'll find everything that you could need right here on the GitHub page. I think this is an amazing project. There's a bunch of fun DIY projects that really bring out the creativity in people and could teach you so much about maker projects in general. And ESP32s are amazing. It's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So, you get where I'm going at with this? You could turn this into whatever you want. If you guys were interested in supporting Cortex's work, I'll link all of his socials down below in the description, as well as the GitHub repo, the whole 9. And I'll be giving an update as soon as the PCB kits, I think he's going to have them up on a website sometime soon. In the near future, sometime in fall-ish. But you can DIY the entire thing, breadboard the whole thing. You could do basically everything by following the wiring diagram. But if you wanted a chance to win one of the prototypes, all you gotta do is comment down below. And for an added bonus, make sure you subscribe to his channel, because the man is amazing. And I like projects that really keep the maker spirit alive. I love you faces. Thank you so much for the love and support, and thank you to Cortex for sending these in, man. You're amazing. We'll see you next time.